The theater program at the Governor's School, it combines a series of very rigorous studio classes. There are 4 instructors that with the courses we teach are improv, movement, viewpoints, and acting scene study class. And then almost immediately we start process for site specifics, original piece that's inspired by a location on campus, whether indoors or outdoors. Immediately after site specifics we go into a scripted piece. And with the training that they've taken in classes and then site-specific, we come back together as a full group of 26 to 30 actors and build a play. We probably produce more than most kids can do in a year in 5 weeks. The design students are immediately involved in the process. What's really exciting about it is that you could come to this program as an actor or as a design student and learn for the first time the lighting, how to write a lighting plot, or what is sound, what sort of sound is essential in a piece. Both the actor, the designer, and the director are colleagues. We work for a single goal, which is to build the ultimate ensemble experience.
Site-specific theater is something I really hadn't barely heard of before I came here.
Where we took a space on campus, we divided the class into 3 groups, and we basically just turned that into a performance space. Like one was an alleyway, one was just like a meadow outside of a building, and we worked together as a group to create an original piece entirely from scratch.
The final show we do here for theater is the text piece. They'll do modern stuff, they'll do Shakespeare. The hardest part about this was that we basically put the show together in 1 week. Like, we had a week where we were blocking the show and memorizing lines, and then we put it on stage and we had a show. They divide up the show into, this year what they did was they divided us into 3 groups again, and each group had a director, and like one group was the beginning of the show, one group was the middle of the show, one group was the end of the show. The main character of the show had like 5 girls playing her, I think. Every character was divided up like that.
It's probably unlike anything you've ever seen before. We spent a lot of time getting into the physicality of characters and into getting in touch with our bodies and how they move and how an actor thinks and the thought process of which is going through your mind and justifying every choice you make on stage.
In each of the areas we did things that like you would do in like a college environment, at like a conservatory environment, and you just learn so much about different ways of acting. I mean, the focus here is definitely on movement and acting with your body, which is something that was really new for me.
Theater design is something that's not often taught in, at a high school level. If you've ever seen a play, it's basically all of the costumes, the lights, the sets, everything that doesn't involve the acting or directing. And it's like about designing and working towards this image that helps pull the play together and creates the aesthetic for it. Our training is so specific. Like we got to tell him what we specifically wanted to learn, what we already knew, what we wanted to grow with. And then for the site-specific, which was our first piece, we got to work a lot on what we wanted to do. So for me it was lighting, and I got to advance a little bit in that. We also did adjective boxes where we got a secret adjective and we got to design a scale model to it. And we got to do whatever we wanted, and it was a really awesome project. And every now and then we'll learn a little bit of Vectorworks, which is like a lighting, scale model building computer program, and we learned a little bit of sound design. So we get to learn a little bit of everything.
First, for the acting program, you have to come up with a monologue, and you have to videotape that and send it into your intermediate unit. And then, if you get chosen to be a semi-finalist, they'll send you a letter, and you can either use the same monologue or prepare a different one and go to the live audition callback, and you perform your monologue live, and then you play some improv games and do a sort of warm-up so the auditioners can get a feel for you. And then you'll get a letter in the mail.